Let's crank it up. Oh yeah, at the 7. Oh! Woo! You need crash protection. 1980 way. All right, there's nothing worse than an unboxing video. Real quick, I noticed that this was kind of worn through. You can get a little bit of damage because this thing came from a long ways away. I know when people say first impressions, that just bugs me too. It comes with a lock, really cool, and the light. I think all this comes with it though. So it was in the same box. And about a gazillion zip ties. Let's get all these off here. Yeah, and some of you guys probably think it's going to come assembled. Yeah. If you want that, you're going to have to go to the local bike shop and then have them do a tune-up and all that stuff. And of course, you pay for that stuff. You know, you don't get it for free. Well, I got to say, for a fat tire wheel, that's pretty lightweight, and it does have a really big disc on it right here. It's very large. And how's that for marketing? That's cool. Wait, there's something in here. It'd help if I take the plastic out. You know, I gotta say, for a complimentary hat, it's actually not bad. And I gotta say, guys, this thing comes pretty well assembled. I bought 2 other e-bikes, and man, it was a lot more work than this one to put together. There's the dog. Look at him. God, he looks so dirty. Oh boy. Mom's gonna be upset. You don't expect to get the thing from the overseas and then come to you and not have any damage at all. So we've got our bars tight. I mean, you want to check the torque specs on that, and then you're going to want to check every bolt on this thing, make sure it's all tightened properly. So the front wheel had this axle that was tied into that thing. All you do is just take this off of there. Make sure your spring, the outside of it, has a larger portion of the spring, and the smaller part goes in the inside, I believe. Wheel up. Make sure the brakes aren't rubbing. Usually what I'll do is look at the caliper and make sure that the shoes are even on both sides. You just center them with a Allen wrench. This one seems to be pretty good, which is rare. They don't usually come like that. I'm not going to say yours is going to be like that. You don't know. So then the rear wheel, do the same thing. Make sure your brake works. And on this one here, we notice the chain is off, and that's a normal thing. Got to install the chain. Let's see. Depending on what gear it's in, whatever. Unless it's off back here too. So it's got to be on the derailleur. We may have to pedal it to get that to work. So let's just do that like this. And then the other thing you're going to have to do is adjust your derailleur. Again, this is normal bike assembly. If you've never bought a bike in a box, like from Walmart or something like that, that is what you normally have to do. And you need to go around and tighten everything, because they just assemble this. They don't make it so that you can just get on it. It's not RTR, ready to ride. It's ready to assemble and ride. So you got to double check everything. Adjust the derailleurs. Like I said, if you can't do that, you can always run by a bike shop, pay them a little bit of money, and they'll do it for you. Well, I got to show you some cool stuff that was in the package here. Again, bike lock. That's rad. It comes with, check this out. If you can see that alarm. I don't know if I'll use any of this stuff, but that's pretty sick. It comes with an alarm. I mean, these guys are really serious. This MAGICYCLE guys are just, you know, the guys, I got to tell you, the guys over there, really nice people. You can just tell that they're just very nice people that work there. I actually went to the warehouse to pick this up. It's in Ontario, California, and since it's right there close by from there, you know, a few miles away. So we got to put on the pedals. But I just, you know, there's a tool set in here. So I think, let's see if it has the right Allen wrenches and stuff to put this thing together. I think it does. So there's a tool set in there. There you go. You got all the tools you need to actually put the bike together yourself if you don't have any. Just a little bit of ingenuity, some time, and, you know, use your brain. and you can probably do it and do all the stuff that I've done. It's really, I haven't seen anything difficult to do at all for me. But then again, you know, if you're totally, absolutely noob, it's like, you might want to go to a bike shop. All right, so the pedal's got to go on. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. No, it's actually, you got to remember, one of these is a left-hand thread and one's a right-hand thread, so it's not been a while since I've done a assembly.
So this is the left-hand thread side. It goes lefty tighty, righty loosey. Okay, and then we gotta tighten that up.
Put the other one on. It's that simple. Well, I'm pretty impressed. I was pretty much thinking that the derailleur was going to be out of sync, and it is not. So it actually works good right where it's set. So it goes all the way to first gear. You have to click it once, it goes to second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then seventh. Okay. All right, first I got to tell you guys, this thing is fast. I've got a 500 watt and this is 750. There's a huge difference. So this is a very steep hill. I'm actually doing pedal assist on number 4 out of 7, and I'm actually able to almost maintain 20 miles an hour going uphill. So not only is this bike really good looking, when I saw the name MAGICYCLE, I thought, oh, is this anything special? And I want to tell you, after owning it and riding it, I'm pretty impressed with this bike. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it came with a phone holder that I think is actually worthy. A lot of guys take them off, I saw, and put other ones on, but I thought that one was actually really nice and good protection for your phone. And when it's up here, sometimes it falls off or somehow you bump into it or something. It does come with lights, and the lights actually work really good. I use it at night. I found that the lights on it were bright enough and you could be seen. It has a tail light and a brake light. I thought it was pretty cool that it has that. The brakes on it are much bigger than some of the brakes on my other bikes, and they stop really good. When they first started this build, they had different brakes. From what I was checking out, they've upgraded the brakes on it, and I really think for cable brakes they work amazing. Honestly, at where it's at right now, it's absolutely out of the box. It's just perfect. Some of the other things that it comes with that a lot of them don't, and one of the things is this is a 52 volt, and what does that mean? That gives you usually what that does is it gives you a more range. So it gives you a higher speed, but when you go faster too, what happens is you get more wind resistance, so that'll take away some of that range. But if you just ride it like normally, okay, at a lower, you don't use a lot of stuff, a lot of pedal assist or whatever, you put it on a lower setting, then it's going to go further on a charge than it will if you have like a 48 or 36 volt battery. So the controller on this one seems to be like a really decent controller. It has this really nice little display that I was really impressed with. This, it has a really nice, decent looking display. If you hold these two things down, you can go to which is the plus and minus. You hold those down for a second, it can take you to this menu, and you can change. So like what I did is I went into the speed limit and I bumped it up to 28 miles an hour. So it will, normally they come out of the box at 25. So if you're wondering why, even the beginning of the video, how I could be going that fast, I was probably doing close to 30 at that point in there. So you can bump it up to 30. You could just, when it's at, or 28, when you hold it on the throttle, full throttle, and you're on flat, I've gotten it up near 28 miles an hour. Somebody said they only did 27. Maybe they were in a flatter area, I don't know. It has a bell, it's kind of nice. It has basically everything you need on it. Now, one of the other things that's really neat, I thought on this one, that's not like on some of the others, is the battery comes right out. So you can just pull the battery out just like that and just pop it back in. So you can pop the battery out, charge it, and put it back in. So let's say you're on a road trip and you want to go to a further distance than the range gives you. It has a quick charger as well. So the charger has a processing fan in it, and it actually will charge the battery up very quick. It says 3 to 5 hours. I had it at like 50%. I put it on the charger and it was up to 100% in like an hour and a half or 2 hours. It was really fast. So unlike others, you can carry the battery charger, and there's even a space to put the cord if you wanted to, probably in here. I don't think the charger would fit in there, but it does come with a rack. This is another important thing. A lot of bikes you'll see in this price range don't even have a rack, and this one says it holds up to 25 kilograms. It is well built, sturdy. You know, it's a decent rack. It's got a good like I said, the brakes are amazing on it. The derailleur system works flawless. I was really surprised with that. I think it's an Altus is an upgraded Shimano system than the original, you know, than some of them have too. So really, you know, a lot of them are not apples to apples when you're looking at this bike. The other thing that's amazing is it has front suspension, and the suspension even has a what is this, rebound or one of those things. Well, it has an adjustment here that you can adjust the front suspension, and I found it to be really smooth riding. So it's actually has a lot of very nice things that it has on it. So typically those are all the things that I wish my other bikes would have had, is a rack, suspension, you know, some of the other bikes you're going to look at in this price range are not going to have these things. Upgraded brake system. This is one of the best cable brakes I think I've used, and there's little drag. It rolls really smoothly. Has a twist throttle, which is nice. Most of them have that, but they don't have the rack. They don't have some of them don't have a cyclometer, which this does. This one has lights, which is a plus, and again, the suspension. So when you add all those things up, and 52 volts, you know, that's a huge upgrade, you guys. That's huge alone right there. You just don't see them in this price range with all those things on them, and all of those things are significant things that would make it much more desirable to own. So anyway, I hope that this helps you guys. If you're looking at one of these things here, it might help you find a way to move forward on one if you're looking at it, and save some money on the gas. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and see your comments, and have a good day.